What's going on, everybody? This is your WOF Outlook and Discussion for Wednesday, March 15th, 2023. And before we get into today's video, I hope everyone is doing well, remaining positive, and as always, staying blessed. All right, you guys, taking a look at the surface map this morning. Pretty much quiet here again across the majority of the United States. As you can see here, across the Northeast, we still have some snow falling. And if we zoom in here, you can see across New York, the state of New York, even around the Boston area, looks like the snow has tapered down some pretty much, but may still have a few flurries here and there across the interior Northeast. But for the most part, this big low spiraling low pressure system is starting to exit out of the equation here across the Northeast. And as we continue down the East Coast, you can see that this system is just spinning in nothing but that cool, or what I would call it more like cold conditions here across the eastern seaboard, as we have below freezing temperatures here across much of the Ohio Valley, extending down here into parts of Tennessee, even parts of northern Alabama, extreme northern Georgia. Here we are about at or just below freezing here, even around the Atlanta area. Let me pause this so we can go to the latest temperatures. As you can see, Atlanta 32 degrees. Here along the immediate eastern seaboard, probably just above freezing here, but as soon as you start to get into the inland areas, we do get below freezing. As we move further along to the south here, you can see we do have a few showers here heading towards the Florida Peninsula, the Tampa Bay area, Orlando, as there was a weak Gulf low here heading across the Gulf of Mexico, which that was the same disturbance, coupled with a weak disturbance coming from out of Oklahoma east southeastward. And with that Gulf low, that caused a few isolated rain showers here across southeast Louisiana yesterday evening, with more heavier precipitation along the coast. But as you can see here, our temperatures are in the low 50s across the New Orleans area early this morning. Go points further eastward here, you get quickly into the 30s around the Mobile area, 39 degrees. So that's along the North Shore. We zoom in a little closer. As you can see here on the North Shore, north of Lake Pontchartrain, it is very cold here, even 39 in Slidell. Hammond, 39 as well. But you get on to the South Shore, near the lake, it's in the 50s. Away from the lake, we probably drop into the 40s, you guys. And as you can see here across Texas, we have nothing but the 40s and 50s. So, yes, pretty cool here across much of the eastern U.S. Across California, they still have heavy rain going on. It is now slid into the southern part of the state, Los Angeles. All kind of heavy rain going on. Is that heavy rainfall advisory is in effect. Parts of Arizona, Nevada, all these areas could see some thunderstorms later on today as this system heads on in the picture, as well as that system heads towards the southern plains, which will be the catalyst for the possible severe weather event that we're going to be talking about in about another minute here. And as you can see across the Pacific Northwest, we do also have a few showers in and around the Seattle area and the mountainous areas, and also into parts of the Pacific Northwest, northern plains here. You can see Montana, we do have some showers, some snow showers going on. Idaho, all these areas are experiencing some wintry weather. So please be on the lookout here in this part of the region. Now, what that's going to do, you guys, this is going to segue us. I want to take the temperatures, all that off real quick, you guys. All right, let's see. Let's get here. All right, convective outlook day 2, you guys. Let's see. Here we go. All right, you guys, convective outlook day 2. You can see there is now an enhanced risk of severe weather forecast for the northeastern Texas, southern Oklahoma, and parts of extreme southwest Arkansas here. Then we have a slight risk that does include Shreveport, extending all the way down to Houston, San Antonio, Killeen, Texas. All these areas will be at risk for some large hail, damaging winds, and some tornadoes here, with the greatest chance of tornadoes being within this enhanced risk area, which does include the Dallas Fort Worth. And as you can see, there is a marginal risk here that does include the Jackson, Mississippi area, and even extending into parts of central Louisiana. But as we take a look at the probabilities here, you can see for tornadoes, a big good 5% here for Northeast Texas, the Arklatex region here, Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and a 2% threat extending as far south as the Houston, San Antonio area. And even as far up as Little Rock has a chance of seeing a threat for an isolated tornado. Oh, y'all, this error message, just ignore it. All right, the hail probability, you guys, you can see hail will be a big threat with this system, as around the Dallas area, there's a 30% chance for hail. 15% on the outer edge of that, which does include close enough. Well, no, not the Oklahoma City area. They're under the 5% threat. But as you can see, they are close enough. So you guys be on the lookout for some large hail, even near the Oklahoma City area. But for the most part, that should be to your east, and even extending as far down as San Antonio, the Houston area. We look at the wind probability as well in the Arklatex region. There will be a very significant wind threat here. A 15% wind threat does extend all the way down into south central Texas. 5% threat even further south to Corpus Christi could possibly have a few locally damaging wind gusts with this system. And there is a significant hail potential here as well, hatch area for the Dallas Fort Worth area, extending into parts of southern Oklahoma. So yes, we will have to be on the lookout for some significant hail as well in this area, you guys. And as we now take a look at the HRRR to see when these storms will start to pop here in this area, let me take the main radar off, you guys. All right, now as you can see here, this will be about 12 o'clock on Thursday, and you can see there's already some rain ongoing across parts of Arkansas, Oklahoma, and even some showers and storms starting to break out into East Texas here. And as we move on to 1, 2 o'clock, you can see those storms are really starting to pop in the Arklatex region here. And even into parts of southern Oklahoma, you can see a few cells are starting to erupt here by that time. And as we move further along into the afternoon and early evening hours, as we start, you can see this is where these supercells right here be the main threat that would be, the main threat for the tornadoes here in that large hail will be these storms that form, these discrete cells that will be able to form and sustain their self will have the greatest potential for the nasty severe weather. And as we move this along further into time, you can see around the Dallas area, it could be rocking here Thursday afternoon Thursday evening, sorry about that, around dinner time. And as you can see, we will have some heavy rain across the lower Mississippi Valley here, extending into Louisiana, Arkansas, the Memphis area. Even all the way up into Illinois, Indiana, heavy rain is going to be with this system. In extreme parts of the northern extent of this system into Minnesota and Canada, it will be the wintry mess. But for the most part, it's going to be some heavy rain going on with this system. And as we move on to about midnight, you guys, you can see, oh, here we go now, you guys. Even now starting to get into parts of Louisiana, those discrete cells that's going to be out ahead of this main line, which looks to be probably just going to be moving through Dallas, probably somewhere between 8 and 11 p.m. on Thursday night. And then that's when the threat starts to shift further to the east here, you guys. And we're going to go about as far as the HRRR lets us, and let's see where that takes us, you guys. Here we go. Now the threat starts to shift towards south central Texas, the San Antonio, Austin, Houston area. We'll have to be on the lookout as we go through the overnight hours into the morning hours on Friday. And as you can see, it's still across parts of it's northern Louisiana approaching central Louisiana. Heavy showers and thunderstorms. This is as far as the HRRR goes out right now this morning, you guys. So what we're going to do here, that's going to segue us from day 2, from Convective Outlook day 2. So if you is in this area here across the Arklatex in East Texas, East Central Texas, Southern Oklahoma, Arkansas, be on the lookout for some large hail, strong damaging winds, and tornadoes for Thursday into Thursday evening and overnight. And now, you guys, as we segue to Convective Outlook Day 3, you see this area shifts right to our area over Southeast Louisiana and the immediate Gulf Coast. We will have a threat for some very heavy rain as this system moves through. The primary threat for severe weather by the time it gets to our area will be strong damaging winds will be the main primary threat. May have perhaps an isolated tornado or two, but for the most part, it will just be that line of storms with the damaging winds coming through our area. And as you can see, New Orleans, the Mississippi Gulf Coast, Ocean Springs, Mobile, heading eastward, further east, Pensacola, Destin, Panama City. All these areas will be at play for some damaging winds here, and even the marginal risk extends up to near Jackson, Montgomery, Lafayette. All these areas on Friday will have a threat for some damaging winds, but the main focus, we're going to also check back here for our area because the HRRR by tomorrow morning will go out so we can see how these storms will be popping and forming here along the Gulf Coast. But the main day will be Convective Outlook Day 2 here, which will be Thursday. So if you do live in the Arklatex region, as I said, the Arklatex, South Central Texas, be on the lookout for some nasty weather. Now, you guys, as I take that off, let's clear this model out. As you all know, I love to end with the radar up and have all my fronts and stuff. Let me make sure I click everything back on, you guys, with the temperatures. All right, and we're going to zoom back out, you guys. So that's going to be it for this one, you guys. And I want to go right back. Let's just put that back on real quick. All right, that's going to be it for this one, you guys. As you can see, if you're in the interior Northeast, expect a few snow flurries as this system exits out of the picture. We have our new system coming into California here, which will be causing the next event of severe weather here across the southern plains into the lower Mississippi Valley. So everyone, please be safe, be careful, bundle up if you're going to be outside, and I will talk to you all in the next